Research scientist Galen Erso and his family hide on the planet Lamu when Imperial weapons developer Orson Krennic arrives to press him into completing the Death Star, a superweapon capable of destroying planets. Galen's wife Lyra is killed in the confrontation while their daughter Jin escapes and is rescued by rebel extremist Saw Gerrera. 15 years later, cargo pilot Bodhi Rook defects from the Empire, taking a holographic message from Galen to Saw on the moon Jedha. Rebel Alliance intelligence officer Cassian Andor learns of the Death Star and Bodhi's defection from an informant. Jin is freed from an Imperial labor camp on Wobani and is brought to the rebels' base on Yavin IV, where rebel leader Mon Mothma convinces her to find Galen so the Alliance can learn more about the superweapon. Cassian is covertly ordered to aid Jin but to kill Galen rather than extract him. Jin, Cassian, and reprogrammed former Imperial droid K2SO travel to Jedha, where the Empire loots kyber crystals to power the Death Star. In Jedha City, Saw and his partisans are engaged in an armed insurgency against the Empire, and Jin and Cassian get caught in the crossfire. Aided by blind spiritual warrior Chirrut Imwe and his mercenary friend Baze Malbus, Jin makes contact with Saw, who is holding Bodhi. Saw shows her the message in which Galen reveals he has secretly built a vulnerability into the Death Star. The schematics are located in an Imperial data vault on the planet Scarif. On board the Death Star, Krennic orders a test fire, which destroys Jedha City. Jin and her group take Bodhi and flee the moon, but Saw remains there to die. Imperial Governor Grand Moff Tarkin congratulates Krennic before using Bodhi's defection as a pretext to take control of the Death Star. Bodhi leads the group to Galen's Imperial research facility on the planet Edu, where Cassian hesitates to kill Galen. Rebel bombers then attack the facility. Galen is wounded and dies in Jin's arms before she escapes with her group on a stolen Imperial cargo shuttle. Krennic is summoned by Darth Vader to answer for the attack on Jedha City. Krennic seeks his support for an audience with the Emperor, but Vader instead force chokes him and orders him to ensure no further problems occur. Jin proposes a mission to steal the Death Star schematics, but the Alliance Council feels there is no chance of victory. Frustrated at their inaction, Jin's group leads a small squad of volunteers, which Bodhi dubs Rogue One, to raid the vault. Using the stolen Imperial shuttle, they gain access through the planet's shield. Jin, Cassian, and K2SO infiltrate the base while the others attack the Imperial garrison as a diversion. Learns of the raid from intercepted Imperial communications and deploys their fleet in support, leading to a space battle against the Imperial fleet. K2SO sacrifices himself so Jin and Cassian can retrieve the data. Chirrut is killed after activating the switch to allow communication with the rebel fleet, and Baze is killed shortly afterward. Bodhi is killed by a grenade after informing the rebel fleet that it must deactivate the planetary shield to allow the transmission of the plans. Rebel Admiral Raddus uses a rebel ship to crash two Imperial Star Destroyers into each other. The wreckage destroys the shield generator. Jin obtains the schematics but is ambushed by Krennic, who is shot and wounded by Cassian. Jin transmits the schematics to the rebel command ship moments before the Death Star arrives above Scarif, commanded by Tarkin. He orders the Death Star to destroy the Citadel, killing everyone, including Krennic, Cassian, and Jin. The rebel fleet prepares to jump to hyperspace, but many ships are intercepted by Darth Vader's Star Destroyer. Vader boards the rebel command ship and kills many troops trying to regain the schematics, but a smaller ship, B, escapes with the plans. Aboard the fleeing ship as it enters hyperspace, Princess Leia Organa declares that the schematics will provide hope for the rebellion,